Hey yogis, I'm Nicole. Welcome to my yoga time. Today's class is excellent for when you really need to open up the body but you're short on time. So we're going to start in a kneeling position. And if your knees and ankles permit, we'll walk those hands back. Push the palms into the mat, squeeze the heels of the palms in, and then pick up those knees. Position the tip of your tongue where the teeth meet the roof of the mouth, keeping a little space between the top and bottom teeth. Keeping the jaw relaxed. Lifting the heart as you inhale, squeezing those elbows in. And release. Well done. Let's take those feet from underneath us, coming into our mermaid pose now, bending both knees. So have your left shin and right thigh parallel to one another, a right angle through the backs of both legs. And we're going to lean back. So you'll start to feel that through the outer right thigh, that IT band. Try and bring your right hip back. Again, same as before, you can squeeze the heels of the palms in and the elbows, lifting the heart. Your next inhalation, lifting up. So you have the option to fold forward now, just a little off to the left. Or if you prefer a pigeon pose, bring your left ankle in and straighten your right leg. Lift the inner thigh, so you're inwardly rotating, and then fold forward. Either making a fist with your hands or flat palms. At the top of each inhalation, pause, hold the breath for 1 or 2 counts. And exhaling slowly. And your next inhalation, lifting up. So we'll lean over to the left, bring this right leg around, coming into your boat pose, Navasana. So leaning back. If you need to do 1 foot at a time, by all means, otherwise both feet up, shins parallel to the floor, lifting the heart, drawing the shoulders down. Inhale. And as you exhale, feet down, we'll take mermaid on the other side, bending both legs. So right shin, left thigh parallel, leaning back, drawing left hip down, lifting the heart. Inhale to come up. Let's fold forward over that leg. A little off to the right if you're keeping both legs bent. Or finding your pigeon pose, bring that right heel in, lengthen that left leg behind you. Breathe into the lower back, the lower belly, the outer hip. Inhale to lift up. Bring this left leg around. We're going to return to tabletop. Keeping those hips nice and high, extend the arms in front, forehead to meet the mat. Keep those palms lifted, so just your fingertips pressing into the mat. Squeeze the fingertips in towards one another and draw your shoulders back towards your hips. Feel the breath moving the upper body. Let's return to tabletop. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips, curling those toes under. Inhale into your back bend. Exhaling to round the spine, keeping that roundedness as you take your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Holding here on the inhalation, and then exhaling, knees to the mat. Find your back bend with your in-breath. One more flow. Inhale, left leg up. Step that left leg forward halfway between the right foot and hands. Turn the toes out to the left. Raise your left arm up and overhead. Push your hips up. Option to stay as you are, or if it feels okay for your wrist and shoulders, a little stronger if you take a flow, lower the hips down, and then inhale to come up. So pressing into the pads of the fingers here, and you might even feel the middle part of the palm lift a little. Lower that left hand all the way down to the floor now. Step it back, downward facing dog. Right leg up. Step it forward halfway between left foot and hands, toes out to the right, arm overhead, hips high. Either staying there or taking your flow. Lower right hand down to the floor, step it back, downward facing dog. Left leg up. If it feels okay for your hips, lift that left hip, bend the knee, point the knee to the ceiling, foot hangs close to the bottom, look under your armpit. Inhale. Then as you exhale, square the hips, straighten that left leg, and step that left foot forward, lizard pose. So foot has gone to the outside of the hands. From here, we'll lower that right knee down. Option is stay here as you are, hands draw back as the heart reaches forward. Or taking a twist, left hand to the thigh. Or if it's available for you, bend that right knee, take a hold of the foot, and kick the foot back into the hand. Let's release that right foot down. Raising the right knee, turning left toes out. We're going to rock back and then step up into your yogi squat. So heels in, toes out. Press the elbows into the knees, knees into the elbows. And let's lower those hands down. Take those hips high. Heel toe the feet in so that they're underneath those hips. Either folding forward in ragdoll, holding the elbows, or take the hands to the lower back, then interlace the fingers, straightening the arms and letting them fall over the body. Inhale through the nose, and as you exhale, heart out the breath. 3 of those. From here, release those hands down to the mat. Step it back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up. Option to open out that hip, bend the knee, look under your armpit. Feel as though you're kicking something away with that right foot. Inhale to straighten, square the hips, step that right foot forward to the outside of the hand, lower left knee to the mat. Option to stay here or take right hand to the thigh, find your twist, or bend the knee and collect the foot. Let's release that foot down. Lift the left knee and walk your hands towards the left, coming into a wide-legged forward fold. So feet are parallel now to the short sides of the mat, though turn the toes in slightly more narrow than the heels. Press the feet away from one another, lift the arches of the feet, lift the kneecaps, engage the quads. Hands can interlace behind you, straightening the arms once again, knuckles pointing to the ceiling. Feel free to keep the heels of the palms apart. Inhale and exhale, release those hands down to the floor, return to the front of your mat into a lunge, step it back, downward facing dog. Let's lower those knees to the mat and take the feet from underneath you. Left leg out on a 45-degree angle, sole of the right foot to meet the thigh. A little squeeze behind the knee. Let's take that right arm up and leaning over to your left. So if your left hand is close to the foot, we'll take the palm on the inside, palm is facing up, and then take a hold of that big toe knuckle. If your right shoulder's not happy here, just take the hand to the low back instead. And try and tuck the tailbone under. So you're almost trying to round out the back. Breathe into the right side waist. Inhale to come up, place the right hand behind you, send those hips forward. And exhale, lower down. Well done, we'll change sides, take the left leg in, right leg out. Little squeeze behind the knee. When you're ready, left arm up. If you've got a hold of that foot, make sure the palm is facing up and then take the big toe. Next inhalation, lifting up, take the left hand behind you, send those hips forward. And lower down. Let's come into a cross-legged position, if that feels okay for your knees and hips. Take the hands to the knees, palms to face the ceiling, find Chin Mudra, and close the eyes down. As you inhale, feel the breath descend. The navel expands. Imagine the lower back is expanding as well. And then at the top of the inhalation, hold the breath. Begin to firm the lower belly. Ladies might like to lift pelvic floor, gents perineum. Maintain this tone as you exhale. The out breath ascends. Then as you inhale, relax these muscles, be soft, let the in-breath descend. A moment to pause, to tone. The out-breath ascends. And we'll bring the hands to prayer. Hands raised to the third eye center for clarity of thought. Fingertips lower to the lips for purity and honesty in our speech. And hands to the heart center for love and compassion in all that we do. Namaste. Thanks, yogis. I hope you enjoyed the class. If so, please do subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Best way to support free yoga on YouTube. Have a lovely day.